by the name Stana. That's my brand name. I'm actually an interior designer and artist. Majorly, I'm an artist who's an interior designer professionally, but naturally I'm an artist, but professionally I'm an interior designer. That's what I took in school, and that's what I've been practicing. Though I'm an artist or art and designer from Western Kenya. That's where I've grown from. Parts of Kakamega, Bungoma, also Kisumu, not limited to Nakuru and Nairobi. That has been my background throughout the years.
So umekuwa Nakuru, Bungoma,
at least
Western, Western in general.
Yeah, Western in general, but my growing up nimekuwa kama in phases. At least nimekuwa na one experience in most of these cities or towns. Kisumu especially. Kisumu 1 year. Bungoma, like that's my ancestral home. Bungoma and Mumias.
I remember Bungoma.
Yeah. Then there is Kakamega, at least 5 years, 5 to 8. And there's Nairobi, 2 years. Yeah. Nakuru at least 1 year. That's where I did my interior design attachment from. Nakuru and Nairobi equal. I was living there. My profession was being crafted. Every time I was in a different town, I was learning something different and using it as a tool to grow. Yeah.
Man, the growth is evident, man. For those who don't know Stana, man, yeah, I'll just put a link down to his pages and some of his work that he has done. So you said you went to campus in.
I went to campus in Maseno. It's partly in Kisumu. It's in the border of Kisumu and Busia. Kisumu and Busia County. They share a border.
What did you take?
So in school, that's another story. When I was growing up, like I knew I was born an artist, man. So kile nilifanya, I wanted something more. So that's why nikienda campus sikutaka something inaweza ni limit ama inaweza nifanya nikuwe tu the average artist. So nilitaka something that has art but has something else. So that's why I took interior design, because interior design, it's like a son of art and design.
Sure.
Yeah. So interior designing, the reason I picked it is because I also have a passion, let's say, in real estate business. Besides or away from being an artist, I have a passion, let's say, to do with designing houses, clubs, let's say. So I was to take real estate, but when I was more fascinated with interior design. So I ended up picking interior design so that naweza learn something extra that I'm still passionate with. Because naturally throughout my life nimekuwa nataka I choose only options that I'm passionate about. So it was more like a flowing movement nichukue interior design, sorry. And also because I was skilled in art, na huwa wanasema if you're good in art you can do best in interior design.
How did you get your first gig in interior design?
Okay, so getting my first gig interior design started while I was just juggling between being an art and design, being an interior design student who is, let's say, a passionate or talented artist. So as I was growing, while in school, some people used to appreciate, let's say other students appreciate my art and designing opinions or practices, then wangenipatia some gigs zao, you know, mostly zilikuwa zinaegemea in art purely, but that's when I was in, let's say, first year. I didn't know much about your story of interior design, but as I was growing, like at that time, gigs za art zilikuwa, let's say, 10% because nilikuwa najua gigs za interior design zilikuwa 10% because nilikuwa najua less interior design, more art. But sasa vile nilikuwa na grow, nikarealize naanza kubalance, naanza kupata watu wananiambia niweke wallpaper, niweke paint, you know, niweke also because nilikuwa na survive na hiyo, you know. So as time went by, nikaona zinaanza kuwa balance until nikaanza kuona my interior designing particle, let's say, appreciated.
You know, I see, man. You know, before I saw you, before I started seeing you posting more of interior design works that you have done, I was following through most of your, like, I was seeing you're posting more of laptop covers. You are into selling stickers hizo kuweka kwa magari. If you can tell us about that, so do you still do that? Say to
yeah, so you know what they say, once you are an artist, like most art skills and practices was in a, let's say, was in a overflow, you know? So you can be an artist, let's say a painter, but to the same extent, wakikupatia maybe pencil you use it to draw this time, atapata itakuwa easy, because the only thing will be changing itakuwa the tool, no? So naturally most artists wanakuwaga like they can do different forms of art, just like a student in school anaweza kuwa a student wa, let's say, wa English, anaweza kuwa student wa Kiswahili, you know, at the same time, but still anakuwa tu a student, you know? But sasa anaweza soma English then anaweza enda soma Kiswahili, because anajua English itakuwa easier for the student to asome chemistry ama asome science.
Nice.
Yeah, so even though an artist ana survive, like, because that itself inakuwa a small subject that's understood by few, so naturally the few watataka to explore other options because so that they can quench the thirst of the society.
Really.
For the art market.
Hey man, so nikuulize gig gani yenye seme ushaipata hivyo ukasema we enyewe na cheki progress basi, yani that gig that you got and ukasema nini mnyama.
Yeah, so basically,
and how did you get there, but like,
so basically nasema tu imekuwa growth. Like nilikuwa naongea na mtu nikamwambia like throughout, like in every year or after every 6 months wanakuwa na, let's say, goal, and the goal wanna achieve after delivery something so that I earn the goal, no? So like ukipata hizo miaka za nyuma, let's say, because I've been much in interior design like for the last 4 years, including nikiwa chuo. So utapata there is some year nilipata a gig, ukapata ikakuwa maybe designing a small commercial space, maybe a salon, maybe mtu akupatia 200,000, no? But at that time unaweza ona maybe it's big nalingana na the time, no? So basically the gigs nimepata ina depend like how big Ama from what view unaiona is big. Inaweza kuwa maybe big in that una design something that will inspire someone, or financially, or what it means to you. Let's say you are designing for the needy or the sick. So
it just depends with the perspective.
Yeah, it depends. It is perspective. But at least at some point we've managed to achieve from all those aims.
Services, what services do you do in interior design?
Generally, my style, it's actually the style. Like once you connect with your style, you know, like the services or the cage you want to put yourself. So I put myself in the cage of mostly, but not limited to mostly, designing luxury spaces. Luxury in terms of, not luxury in terms of only designing, but my luxury spaces lazima zikwe like ziko like the two inaitwa intertwine or interlocking, the design and the art. So nisingie tu space nyone, let's say the space imekwa paint, then imekwa ceiling neat, then imekwa floor. That's not my style. My style lazima ingie pale nione imeingia like art imekwa represented pale. Let's say good portraits, let's say balance, let's say colors that intermarry readily, colors that go hand in hand with spaces. In art unaweza ika some, let's say unaweza paka rangi to a wall, but ukifanya art vizuri ama ukizoea art utagundua there are colors for the kitchen, there are colors for the bathrooms, the colors for the bedrooms, zile ambazo zinafanya when you're in that resting space una feel you're relaxed and ready to sleep. Yeah, so my style lazima ikuwe na those aspects, ikuwe na design, because we are designing, we are doing interior design, lakini lazima my major character pale is art, because naturally or before or also artist. Yeah.
Una design nini? Ndio una design nikisema nimemaliza keja iko empty, si ndio? Unasema yo mimi nataka services ya stana yo.
We are art and design, like full interior designing company.
Oh, yeah.
Start with interior design. We have like subjects, so we have aspects. We have like interior design, we have like colors, inaenda kwa, let's say kwa mostly paintings and the hues zenye ziko kwa nyumba, maybe lighting. Okay, then there's another independent subject here, lighting, the lights that is na flow kwa hiyo space. Then there is, let's say there is furniture, the furniture one. Then there is zinaitwa, let's say zinaitwa soft, zinaitwa, yeah, yani the softer decors. Let's say the curtains, let's say the fabrics zinaitwa kwa the furnitures, let's say zinaitwa kwa windows, So then unaenda hapo, then there is something maybe inaitwa flooring. Yeah, so all this is in a fall for interior design. But sasa majorly sisi tunafanya like at least in our team we have everyone mwenye ana suit perfectly in the business you want according to your space. Another point we have when we are doing, it's not quite popular, ni inaitwa space planning. Space planning is this one like for the architects wanachora space ama wanachora nyumba, but sisi we insist on interior. The interior space tunachora vile itakuwa, where the kitchen itakuwa, where the living room itakuwa, concerning basing on where maybe the sun rises and sets, yeah, things like that.
In your company, so you're the creative artist.
We have a few, but let's say I just play as the major shareholder, but they're different shareholders
I get it.
with different magnitudes.
Trends gani zenye ziko popular sahi zenye una infuse kwa style yako in your designer?
Okay, there are few, but the one there are few, let's say to name a few, there's the one in it, I think the most popular style in it, minimalism. Whereby minimalism is a style that takes the least effort to achieve. Let's say its major characteristic is it's simple but elegant. Simple meaning haitaki maybe furniture nyingi, maybe haitaki color nyingi zenye ni different per wall. Maybe haitaki, you can just take your space, decide to paint white, then unasema you don't have to put many stuffs for your house. Just put plain. You identify where the kitchen is, make a cabinet, where the bedroom is. You do a bed. You do maybe a simple mirror. Yeah. So that's the first style, or the first style that I think it's most popular. But then again, there is another one in it, Bohemian. Bohemian is inspired by I think it's inspired by some country. It started the style, but it mostly its most characteristic is it includes a lot of nature. I say for Bohemian style kuna plants nyingi, kuna fabrics nyingi, maybe the cowhide, it's just natural and traditional stuff. Big plants, maybe at some point big paintings on the wall, But mostly for Bohemian style, the colors are dark, and like the minimalism style where the colors mostly are bright. Bohemian style, the colors are dark, alafu things are not put in good arrangement. Yeah, so Bohemian style watu ambao wanatumia sana ni let's say men that don't like to be too organized, or ladies, So unlike minimalism, where there is a lot of arrangement, formal arrangement, in Bohemian style kuna arrangement that maybe umeenda mahali umeona, let's say a chair imekuwa in a way that's not nicely against the wall, imekuwa in a way that you can think it's misplaced, lakini it looks good there. Yeah. And there's another style inaitwa yeah, okay. Then there's another one inaitwa Middle Eastern style. Middle Eastern style mostly include, like, you know how Arabics live, the people from the Middle East, mostly in their spaces wanapenda a lot of maybe gold, a lot of jewelry, a lot of art and design that goes hand in hand with their religion. So theirs is mostly in my style. I also apply the Middle Eastern style, but I fuse it with some other style. But it's like the major. It's like the one of the major styles I fuse to bring about my style. So my style is like a child of Middle Eastern style and contemporary style. So we go to the next style, which is called contemporary, which is also my style. Contemporary is mostly like an urban style, like mostly zinatumiwa in this let's say our houses, our urban houses, you know, we have good painting, we have like urban colors, not too dark, not too bright, you know. We have like things that are arranged in a formal way, you know. Yeah.
You've been in the industry like for 5 to 6 years, right? So, what do you think is the state of interior design in Kenya right now?
So generally, like I think we are heading to the right direction. Just that we are not as heavily invested as, let's say, for instance, Western countries or Arabic countries, you know. But generally, we're at a good point because we have an advantage in that our market is very, let's say, it's like good to experience because our market is ready to accept like
New styles.
new styles or different styles. Doesn't choose one style, like let's say the Middle Eastern people, they just want the Middle Eastern style. Let's say the some parts of, let's say, the American people, they just want maybe the bohemian or the minimalism style. Like in Kenya specifically and Africa at large, people want to shade, people have different tastes, so it becomes easy to work with. Then people are ready to invest in spaces, in new styles, in, yeah, let's say just people are willing to invest in their spaces by giving them good look. So it's a ready market.
Yeah.
So it's a good and advantageous to the country.
So, do you think? Let me ask: can you advise anybody? Let's say somebody who maybe was interested in interior design or design. Can you advise him to get into this industry?
Basing on how my journey has been, kwanza nikisema like
Ongeza volume.
being an artist and a designer. Of course, being an artist and designer, it's let's say it's not much of a popular journey, because we're just recovering from our times whereby the interior designing art industry have not that famous or have not been accepted a long time ago, you know. Just recently, parents were not readily accepting their children in the space, or not seeing the heaviness of the industry. Yeah. But I think we are past that. But we cannot change the fact that we have not been that comfortable for long enough, like the other careers. Let's being a doctor, let's say being a, you know, we're just like from that phase. But for now, it's a good step because parents and guardians are understanding more and accepting their children or the students too, and encouraging them to do courses like this because of the way they are let's say they are paying or they are growing currently. Yeah, so of course we go back to my advice. You just have to, it's a lonely journey, but we can overcome it. Yeah.
It's something that is
because
achievable.
more people are doing it, more people are achieving it.
I see.
Currently.
Hey man, so I think I think okay, see, I'm not an interior designer, but where interior design I think iko na pesa. I think kuna pesa bado. Simuone hivi.
Yeah, like I say, any career like you take, it has at least characteristics that have or pay well, and those that don't pay well at the same time. It just depends with how you
you
do
brand.
it.
Oh yeah.
Every career. What's killing, let's say, the industry is, let's say, when we as artists or students or let's say art students or artists in general or designing students, like we listen to our instincts, but we, let's say, shut them down because of interference from, let's say, from our parents, from our let's say our political background or beliefs, basing on what I just talked about, that our industries, let's say, was accepted later compared to other industries.
Yeah, sure.
So I think that's one of the biggest threats, but I'm proud that the times are gone, and squeeze at least basing on where the industry imefika in general. Squeeze, you work, you meet many interior designers, not much but many compared to the previous years. Yeah, so I think we are doing good. Just that we should the artists should believe in themselves more.
Yes. So,
And also to start early.
to start early. Oh, I see.
Start early. As soon as you just identify yourself or think you're an interior designer, start practice, because there is much to learn, kwa sababu kuna trends coming up every time, styles, stories about design. Yeah. So you have to start early and use all those as a tool
So,
to become a great person.
so let me ask, are there like great interior designers here in Kenya that you look up to, ama ni wewe tu, wewe unajiambia kuna mtu tuseme locally ama globally? Do you have like people who you look up to?
I think in let's say in Kenya, I don't think I have someone I look up to. Most of them, like, my style is contemporary and contemporary and Middle Eastern style. So because of that, you'll find that most of the people I'll be looking up to mostly watakuwa nje, kwa sababu the two styles zote, they are best done away. But of course that does not mean I don't work with good art and interior designers, just my friends, just my partners. We interwork and bring about good things at some point.
So besides interior design, what's is there another, like you said you're an artist, right? Is there another art form that unafanya?
Yeah.
Sema ka leisure, watu mali unachora ama
Yeah. So when you're an artist, just naturally, or because of our journey, we tend to interact with other art forms until it becomes part of us. Just basing on everyone's journey. Some people are, let's say, painters, but they also end up being like, or doing pencil work. Some people are painters, but they end up doing collage work. Some people are artists, but end up also doing like the matatu cultures, which is famous in Nairobi.
Yeah.
So as an artist, I've done and practiced different forms of art and design before I I consider myself largely
An interior designer.
an artist and an interior designer.
Yeah.
Like, or a canvas painter and an interior designer. I've also done, let's say some vehicle designing. I've also done, let's say, collage work. I've also done graphic designing. Yeah.
Oh, I see, man. That's great, man. So,
There's sculpture too.
but I remember, the funny, I remember your sculpture, man. Was it Kibaki?
It was, I think it was like 15 years ago. 15 or 13.
10. It is 10.
Yeah, 10, 10,
10,
okay,
11. 10, 11.
10, 11.
I remember your sculpture. This guy, alikuwa anaunda Kibaki, man.
Yeah, back then when Kibaki was there, was having fresh memories. We were having fresh memories of Kibaki compared to, like, it was the best time to address that.
So what's your long-term goal in interior design? Like, what do you want to see yourself like in let's say 10 years or 20 years to come?
Of course, I want to see myself impacting different societies, different people, different generations. Just want to impact. That's my long-term win. Like, if I achieve that, I'll be moving to the right direction. Just when I'm free enough to get from here, maybe go to Uganda, maybe go to West Africa, Nigeria,
Senegal,
also, maybe China, Japan. Just interwork and do business with different people, different clients from different places, just like any other person with ambition.
I see. That's nice, man. So, if somebody wants to reach out, man, where's your office and how can they get your social media handles, your number, your email?
Yeah. So, my number. First of all, my handle, you can just go to on Instagram. There is Turner Art and Design. On Facebook, I say through my number 0704 819 763, and also just physically or geographically at, let's say, in Kakamega town, where my office is, the CBD. Next to Cooperative Bank.
Oh, nice, man. That's all. I think you guys have.
I'm looking forward to more segments.
Yeah, man. I think
it's been fun, man.
Yeah, I think the next time I'll do an episode of you. Ukikuwa kwa kazi ukifanya kazi yako, maybe when I come to visit Kakamega, I'll show you guys Stana penye yako located, nini vitu kama hivyo. Najua you guys have learned one or two things from Stana, and this is not the last episode, so I think that's all for each episode.